What is going on, everybody? My name is Philly Flips. I am the slab guy here at Pull Wax. I get to play with cards all day. I have a dream job. A lot of what I do every day is I comp cards, I look at trends, I see what cards are going up, what's going down. Today we wanted to dive into some of the cards that I personally think are really good investment cards that we have here at Pull Wax. I want to preface this by saying don't take everything I say as law. Do your own research before investing in cards. Really use that as a rule of thumb whenever you hear anybody on anything. There's a couple rule of thumbs that I like to have in this hobby. One is which is zig when everybody zags. It's kind of an obvious one. When everybody's buying football, you switch and buy basketball when the market's down on that. When everybody's buying Zion Williamson, go and buy John Morant, etc., etc. And then the other one is going to be when everybody's already talking about it, it's probably too late. A lot of times people will hear that everybody's buying this guy, so they jump on it and FOMO buy. And you can get really burnt that way. Typically when everybody's talking about it, then the market's already up on that player. So I like to avoid buying those guys that are being really hyped up for the most part. In some situations, that obviously isn't the case. But today, like I said, I just wanted to hop into a couple cards that I personally think are really good investments. I'll give you a couple reasons why I think that. So let's jump into it. Up first, we have this Zion Williamson Contenders Cracked Ice on-card rookie auto, BGS 95, number 23 out of 25. You'll see a couple trends here. Contenders, I've been a huge fan of forever, especially the Cracked Ice. Cracked Ice, honestly, is probably my favorite parallel out there. Aesthetically, it's just a really gorgeous card. Contenders in specific, I'm a huge fan of Contenders. Couple reasons. A, it's been a set for a very long time, which I think is very important. Some of the newer sets really scare me as far as investability. You don't really know how they're going to do down the line 5-10 years from now. But Contenders is one that's been around forever. Another really cool thing about Contenders, it is the very first set for rookie on-card autos in their pro uniforms. Contenders does very well in the market, especially those Cracked Ice rookie autos. Really can't go wrong with this one. Another reason I really like this card in particular is going to be because Zion has been hurt for the last almost 2 years, it would seem like. I mean, he missed half of his rookie year. So his market's been really down. A lot of people got really skeptical about if he was going to live up to the hype. This guy is the most hyped player since LeBron James. I think he's going to come in next year with a vengeance. He's got a lot of doubters to prove wrong. I think he's going to dominate the league. If you just look at what he did in his first game back, he dominated. He had 26 points in his first NBA action period. So I think Zion's going to be insane this coming season. I'm really looking forward to watching him play. Sitting around, I think the last sale was around $20,000 on eBay. Before that, it was like a $15,000 sale. This card could easily eclipse $30,000-$40,000 over the next season, depending on how Zion does. Like I said, you're going to see some trends. Another one that I really like, this is going to be a Patrick Mahomes 2017 Contenders rookie ticket auto on card again. This one's floating anywhere between $10,000 to $12,000. It's a BGS 95. It is a horizontal, which I personally am not a big fan of aesthetically, but the card is worth what it's worth. It's a huge card. It's Patty Mahomes Contenders rookie auto. You really just don't see these cards very often. Patty's market has been down this last season. You know, I think he had let a couple people down last year, but leading into this coming season, obviously he is down Tyreek Hill, so we're really going to see what Patrick Mahomes is all about this coming year. I think he's going to prove the doubters wrong. Patty Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Guy's already got 2 Super Bowl appearances and an MVP under his belt. I don't know why people are sleeping on him right now. Buy this at the dip right now. Now, like I just mentioned, Josh Allen, he's the MVP frontrunner at the moment. It seems like everybody's buying Josh Allen. I was at the National and nobody was selling him. You really couldn't find much Josh Allen available on the floor. Everybody's holding on to him this year. He's got a loaded offense. I'm really excited to see him play. He's a dual threat quarterback, huge guy who can just run over you or he can throw the ball over your head. Like I said, be careful when everybody's talking about somebody to buy into the hype, but I think this guy's legit. Key piece about this card is it's a select field level tie-dye out of 25 PSA 10. This card's selling around $7,000 right now. It may have gone up a little bit in the past couple weeks. I do think this is an incredible investment piece. I'm really excited to see how Josh Allen performs. Now here's just a card you don't see every day. This is a Donovan Mitchell Prism Pink Pulsar numbered to 42 BGS 10. Now, Donovan Mitchell is one of the most elite scorers in the NBA. I don't understand why he doesn't get the love that some of these other guys like Trae Young or Jason Tatum do, but Donovan Mitchell is an absolute beast. Potentially going to see him move this offseason and maybe see him in a Heat jersey next year. I don't know, but that would be really cool, especially if he can go to a bigger market team than Utah. Obviously, that does hurt his collectability a little bit being at a small market team, but Donovan Mitchell is a full beast. I really like watching him. He's very exciting to watch play, and you just don't come across these every day. BGS 10 Prism Pink Pulsar out of 42. Really can't go wrong here. This card more or less speaks for itself. Stephen Curry 2018 Kaboom PSA 9. Kabooms are probably the most collectible subset out there right now. Everybody loves Kaboom. Aesthetically, they're just really cool. If you're ever into comics or anything like that as a child, sort of as it has a nostalgic feel to it, these Kabooms are just incredibly popular. Everybody loves Kabooms. And again, this is Steph Curry. If this guy can close in on a 5th ring in the next couple of years, obviously this card's going up. There's no question about that. Now, of course, I couldn't make a video without a little John Morant card in here. Now, this is one that's a little scarier to me. The white sparkles, the cosmics, those like Panini reward cards, I'm sort of curious to see how they do long term. They are extremely popular right now. Aesthetically, they're gorgeous. I'm a huge Topps Chrome fan, and I think Optic is the closest product that sort of emulates the look of Topps Chrome, especially with like the border and the photos for the rookies. So an Optic rated rookie Jaw white sparkle. Love the card. I love the way it looks. Honestly, might need to crack this and send it off to PSA, but we'll see what happens with that. Really good piece. This card's probably around like $1,500 to $2,000, but I think Ja's the most electrifying player in the NBA right now. A little bias here, but most people would agree that he's an absolute stud. Really excited to see how the Grizz do this upcoming season. I'm really hoping to see at least a Western Conference Finals appearance. Another one, obviously, we're in Miami. I gotta talk about our Dolphins. This right here is a Tua Select Zebra field level PSA 10 die cut. So last year was the first year that they ever did select retail. This one, again, I'm a little iffy on this one. I'm not sure how long term that retail is going to do, especially considering that they may not release retail this year. Still a lot of speculation on that. We will see what happens with that coming up as Panini is continuing to drop hobby this coming week. Zebras are extremely popular. Everybody loves the animal print, your tigers, your elephants, your snake skins. Aesthetically, it's a really good looking card. The zebra print, I think, looks good on pretty much any team. I think this is just a very cool card. Tua's got some weapons on offense right now. Jalen Waddle stepping into his 2nd year. Obviously, Tyreek Hill just got moved down there. I'm also a huge Mike Gesicki fan. I think he's one of the sleeper tight ends in this year's NFL, especially for fantasy football. But Tua Zebra die cut field level PSA 10. I love this card. Now, I mentioned my dark horse MVP candidate. I might sound a little crazy for this, but I love Kyler Murray. He's electrifying. It's fun to watch him. The guy's like 5'8" and he's running around doing some crazy stuff on the football field, juking out 6'9" guys and stuff. So this is a Kyler Murray Optic on-card auto, blue, numbered to 75, PSA 10. Super short print. I really like how the blue ink matches. Kyler obviously has a ton of doubters. A lot of dual threat quarterbacks get that sort of, he's a running back or he doesn't have the arm or the accuracy, whatever. I think Kyler has that in his game. I think he has the football IQ. I think he has the shot to be really, really good if the Cardinals can continue to build around him. Obviously, there's some pieces missing in that offense, but Kyler is an absolute stud. Maybe Zach Ertz can help him out a little bit with that short game. Now, obviously, a lot that has to do with investment potential for players, especially in the NFL, is their potential to make the postseason. I think Kyler's got a shot to do some big things. I don't think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl anytime soon, but I love Kyler as a long-term play. If he can continue to prove doubters wrong, show that size isn't all that matters in the NFL, I think he's got a good shot at being a really good football player long-term. Now we're getting into a little bit of different stuff. This is a Kylian Mbappe Prism 2018 Red Mosaic PSA 9. Now this is a super short print. You don't see these every day. The raws do around 500, maybe a little bit less. So the 9's probably anywhere between like 500 to 700. Soccer is going to heat up again. Mark my words. We have the World Cup coming up. And just in general, soccer, I think, is still a very underappreciated market. I personally don't invest in a lot of soccer cards. I just don't know enough about it. I try to stay away from things that I don't know about. But I do recognize the fact that soccer is an international sport. It's an international market. There's more soccer fans in the world than any other sport, so that you really just can't go wrong, and this guy's an absolute stud. I know that about him. He's one of the most collectible young soccer players at the moment. Once people are looking at those World Cup players, any soccer player is a free game at going up. So I think Kylian Mbappe is an absolute stud, and I think he's a great piece to invest in at the moment. Here's where we get a little funky. Jay-Z 2005 Topps Finest Red X-Fractor, numbered to 139. I know it's a little weird, but the pop culture cards have really started to heat up recently. Jay-Z is probably one of the most well-known people in the entire world. As these pop culture cards continue to gain steam, you can only assume that this card is going to continue to go up. I think it's right around $1,000 right now. I don't know if this is a short-term play. I would definitely think of it more as a long-term game on a card like this, because obviously, even if he drops another platinum record, I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference on the investment side of this. But regardless, it is a very cool card. Topps Finest is a very collectible set. And it's Hoba, baby. Here's another one that I just think is crazy at the price point that it is. 2008 Topps Chrome Tom Brady Gold Refractor PSA 9, numbered to 199. It's Tom Brady Gold. I mean, do I really need to say anything else? It's Topps Chrome. Like I said, I love the set. A lot of people do too. It's one of the most widely popular sets out there. Not really much to say here. Tom Brady gold. Now we have a Sabrina Ionesco Blue Prism numbered to 149 PSA 10. I don't want anybody coming at me right now, but the WNBA has heated up a lot in the past couple of years. It's getting a lot more recognition, a lot more televised games. Sabrina has been dubbed the heir to the crown of the WNBA so far, as it would seem. She's been on SportsCenter for years now, so I think she actually just posted the first back-to-back triple-double in WNBA history. I could be mistaken on that, but she's setting records. She's a beast. You gotta give it to her, and she used to train with Kobe. She's got that mama mentality. Like I said, just don't sleep on WNBA. Just because you may not like it doesn't mean other people don't. So a lot of collectability in these sets. Up next, we got another gold. LeBron James 2008 Topps Gold, numbered to 2008, PSA 8. A lot of 8s. This is a very, very iconic year for Topps, and Topps Chrome, obviously. So you have the chalk toss, LeBron. Everybody remembers when he would do that before games. And then for the Kobe card, you actually have the Kobe LeBron matchup on that card. It's another horizontal. Like I said before, I don't love horizontal cards, specifically because of slabs, you know, because the slab is a little sideways. But it's a gold LeBron James of one of the most iconic years. This card is less than $900, I believe, which, again, I just think it's crazy. And this is more of a long-term play, probably. I'm excited to see how LeBron does this coming season. And like I said, long-term, he's one of the GOATs. You really can't say much bad about him. LeBron gold. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this piece of content. Please take everything I said with a grain of salt. Anytime you're gonna invest in something, make sure to do your research. There's room to make money anywhere in this hobby. You really just gotta figure out what lane is yours and stick to that. So if you disagree with anything I said in this video, please feel free to drop a comment, let me know why. But please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you soon.